1.
No position, but a really good snooker. About to be laid. Really troublesome, this. But he's been a little bit clumsy there. Has he left a red sticking out? Surely not.
No, it's certainly heavy-handed, even if it hasn't left the red. He should have been right in behind it. Sullivan should have been playing into bulk before he could get out of bulk. A little bit of swerve on this. Tiny touch of left-hand side. It was running side, so the cue ball went a little bit further than he thought. There's something right in the middle of the table there. There was. It's going to be the same again, I think.
1.
In behind the brown. He's just trying to work out which escape Sullivan would have here.
Foul.
Oh, you're joking. Well, that's
Kyron Wilson 1.
from that
Ronnie
range,
Sullivan
it's quite
4.
unusual.
Free ball.
You're trying to get as tight in behind the ball, but he's not reached it.
But Neil, do you think that shot was a reaction to what happened on the yellow? Maybe, you know.
Well, I don't know, but I tell you what, as I said before, it's there's not a snooker player that hasn't done it. But you feel a bit silly playing out of your own snooker. That is a nightmare.
Foul. And a miss. Ronnie Sullivan 4. Back.
That's a good sign of the sort of shot that years ago players would have played to finish there. And there's no miss rule. They were not even trying to hit a red. That's why the miss rule came in. Obviously, Kyron wasn't doing that because he's going to go back anyway.
Okay, Ronnie.
Well, this is he's not making much
Foul.
of
And a
a
miss.
fist
Ronnie
at this.
Sullivan 4. Back.
Sullivan is sitting and collecting points. The worst type of snooker. Self-imposed.
Okay, Ronnie.
Yeah, it's a bit like when you wake up in the morning with a hangover, Phil. You've only got yourself to blame. Self-inflicted. He doesn't mind. It's kind of taken the wind out of his sails, isn't it? I mean, he won the first 2 frames of the evening. Ronnie got a massive fluke, which he made 94 break off of. Now this. Well, this one will go back.
Miss. Ronnie Sullivan 4.
If Ronnie's behind a red.
Not a lot of room here to squeeze past the blue. We saw that. Nicely done and well held. A well held cue ball.
Very studious on these two shots, isn't he? The red. Now can't quite determine which shot to play for the best here. He's got a couple of options. With the Sullivan, it's all about the key shots to get himself right in. Obviously, with the black tied up, that's not going to be easy anyhow.
5. Six.
Neil correctly made the point about Sullivan being studious. Average shot time for him over the course of the match as a whole, 21 seconds, which is slightly slower than normal.
$11.
Yeah, but for some players on the tour, that'd be like playing
12.
on roller skates, but for Ronnie, it's a bit slow.
Again, the cue
17.
ball not completely obeying Sullivan's wishes. This is a little closer to the side cushion than he would have wanted.
Yes, he's looking at a red. I was quite surprised, actually, the one furthest to the left. He's gone back to the other one now. He's really indecisive tonight for him. Cannot quite clear his mind to play the big shot. And of course, Ronnie's all about rhythm. His rhythm is not quite
18.
there. It's a good shot in the end. He's knuckling down more so than he would have done at one point of his career in a match like this.
$23. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 23.
You could just feel the vibe in that break. He just wasn't right. He was more ponderous than normal, as Neil said. And in the end, it was a bad red missed.
Well, that's not a good shot. He's gone very hard into the bunch there. He'd be really disappointed to have played that shot in that way. He didn't mean to play that thick because the cue ball hasn't even made it to the bulk line, never mind the bulk cushion. I think we know every frame's important without getting into the permutations. But at 8-5, that man has not made any progress on the night. You know, he had to win this mini session with Sullivan a little bit, well, off colour I was going to say, but not quite that. It's not quite flowing in the usual way. If he gets out this session 2-2, he'll be happy, I think.
Well, he was greatly helped there by the green being off its spot.
6.
But again, for the rest, the shot he was contemplating is tough. And this is no certainty.
Seven.
Once again, he's on a shot that he didn't really have any idea of. I think he'll feel better now that's gone in. Slight mini crisis, the last 2 or 3 shots have been averted.
12. $13.
Well, at last, he's on one.
17.
On his partner. Belarus there, watching. Not always a visitor.
18.
Big tournaments that he's playing in.
So what should be
23.
a routine red to middle is frame ball.
Yeah, I think the most telling thing
24.
about this match tonight so far, Phil, about the whole day, is Ronnie O'Sullivan is playing nowhere near his best. And it used to be that when he was like that, he wouldn't win. He's not won
30.
yet, but he's on course for another champion of champions.
31.
Yes, and his attitude and application have never been any better than they are at the moment.
37. 38. 43. 44.
'As soon as the tension goes out of the arm, they're all flying in.
49. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 49 on the frame.
It's taken a while for the Rockets